Just get a link on the video. Post it on Facebook. Just give me a sec. That's it posted. There we go. Right. Let's see how many have joined. How many joined? Hey Matt, Stuart, Vitaly, and Retro Robbins. Right, here we go. Let's see if there's any more joining. And then that's only just posted. So we don't want to jump straight ahead and have people falling behind. Just waiting to see what someone's typing on the post on Facebook. Wait for the late ones. Yep. Oh, we stopped typing. There we go, Philip. Not going to make it. Raspberry Pi gone AWOL in the house. Sorry to hear that, Philip. Right. Where are we? Hi, Ratmal. Adrian Sinclair. Afternoon. Stuart, no worries. That's what it's all about. Don't ask questions, then how do I know when you're stuck on something? Hi, Adam. Yeah, no worries. So have I, but I'll still do these anyway. Catch you later, Adam. Yeah, Adrian, exactly. I've been quite excited actually about the games that people have been doing. The variations on them have been really cool. So well done, guys. Thanks for joining. Hey, Gamer Eyes. I wish I could get the chat on the screen. Ped, yes, it's starting just now. No worries. I'm good, Gamer Eyes, thank you. Hope you are too. And keeping safe and well in these strange times. Adrian Sinclair wanted to ask how I can make the collision detection a little more specific. I've been messing with if statements, but it goes really slow. Can I leave? I can leave until later. Okay. Yeah, we can have a look at that later, maybe. Hey, Janago. Have I pronounced that right? Please tell me if it's pronounced wrong. Yeah. Hey, Tony Dang. Yes. It hasn't sold out for those wanting to see the spec next. It's Enrique needs to kick up the arse. Basically, he was meant to get the website updated with new Spectrum Next in the shop for pre-orders. That will be tagged in with the Kickstarter. But alas, he has not. Hang on, let me just give him a buzz now on WhatsApp. H, can you update the website? Stop. SAP. Right. Hopefully, it'll be done at some point. It was supposed to be done this weekend, so it's still the weekend, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but Enrique should be updating the website. So, like I say, don't worry, they haven't sold out just yet, and they're not going to sell out because they're not actually in the shop. They are pre-orders. They will be tagged on to the orders that were in the Kickstarter. It's just for those that missed out for whatever reason. Cool. Adrian, you want a second one? Good. Can never have enough nets. No background sounds today. Very clear audio. Yes, I have the filters set up. It makes a huge difference, which is great. For you, you can't hear them, but I can hear them. They are loud. Adrian, your planner goes halfway through the walls. Want to make it so he can't. Okay. The problem with that is it is your sprite 16 by 16? Does it go to the edges of all edges, up, down, left, and right? The reason I'm asking is if it does, then because the walls are like 16 by 16 and they go to the edges, then it's going to be very narrow for you to run around. So you'll only be able to go up and then go in left and right, or changing direction at a junction. It's going to be fiddly because you'd have to be exactly on to get it to move. But I can show you another way to get the collisions working. We can basically just test above the sprite and below the sprite and left and right of the sprite just a little bit, and give it a bracket so we can allow a bit of movement. Haley Smith's workshop. No worries. Hey DJ Legion. Yep. Okay. Right. Right. So, has everyone got it to this state? Right. As just been stated, the sprite goes over the edge because we only check one point when we move left and right and up and down. So it's on the so it has lots of freedom of movement. Right. Oh, I forgot to say. Test live.spr. Right. I made some test level sprites and updated them before. And what I did was I I'll show you what I did so you can follow along. I added, because this is what we're going to be doing today, I added some, I got the ink 1, ink 2, sorry, that's ink 1 there and ink 0. So ink 2, and we put them on the map. Right. Ink 3, actually, yeah, I'll continue doing it this way. What should I? Yeah. I'm just trying to think ahead so we can make it smoother. But what I'll do is I'll make it so we can have different colors so it looks a bit better actually. So we'll pick this red for the, actually no, we'll pick a yellow. Pick a yellow for the pickups so we know where the gold is or whatever things that you're picking up. This can still be the exit. I'll change that to a green color. That one. Right. So in the, and don't forget to remember which color you're using for your colors, because you're going to need to know the numbers for them. But if you use the same ones that I've chosen, the yellow is this one down here, which is F1, 2, 3, 4, 5, F5. So we'll have to remember F5 for the yellow. So I'll just color these in F5. And then color these in F5. And basically what I've done is I've put 5 collectibles on each level just for now. You can put as many as you want or as little as you want. You don't have to put collectibles on a level, or you can make it solidly collectibles. It's up to you. Although we will be putting some baddies on later, hopefully, if we've got enough time. Right, and then we need to, so it's F5 for the gold, and 2D for the green, the exit. Right, so yeah, the as Stuart Guest mentioned, the collision was done in such a way that you could, let me save this. Collision was done in such a way that it sort of looks like it's a oops, if I press the right keys, like it's 3D because you can walk in front of the wall, but it was just done like that to give you, well, to give the player more freedom of movement around the maze, rather than just be up and then having to exactly get on the right pixel to be able to move in and out freely. So yeah, that's one way of doing it, Ped. I didn't want to do it like that just yet because if for those who are watching later don't know what Ped is talking about, there's SPR. Right. He said to use colours in the range of 0 to 63 for something, and then 64 to 127 and 128 to 195. So basically from here to here would be one set. From here to here would be another set. From here to here would be another set. From there to there would be another set. And there to there would be another set. So basically going down every 4. But that only limits us to having 4 different things. So I want to have varying things. So anyway, we'll try and get this sorted. So what we'll do now is try and load these levels in. Right. See, at the moment, it's got the data that is typed in, which is in these data statements. Right. So what we're going to do is we shall get rid of the data. So 1300, 1310, 1320, and this is basically just deleting the data because we've now got it in a sprite file. Right, so that means we don't need this restore bit, and then reset level. Right, get rid of 1100, and so when it's finished, actually, we don't need PTR either. Right, because it's not 255, is it? It is a bit less than that because it's 191. Is it? Yeah. Just check. Yeah. Basically, because we've got 16 by 12 blocks for the level. I mean, we could do 255. It doesn't matter if we're still copying the rest of the level data. It won't matter too much. Right. I'll leave that in for now. 1110. 1120. We'll get rid of that. Actually, 1100. No. Bank. Title map. Bank. Oak. 8192 plus 819. Basically, the bank is 16k, and so what I'm going to do is, because we're only using 4 banks, 4 levels, I'll poke at. I'll use the top 8k for the level layout. Oh. Where did that go? That didn't. That just disappeared, didn't it? tile map poke 8192 plus %I, comma bank T P brackets L times 256 plus, because we're using a percent here, it means all these are integer values, so T and L. The T will be the I will set up in a second to be the integer of the tile map bank, and L will be the level number. Plus, hopefully that worked. No, I've done something wrong. Maybe I can't do that. I shall have to do pointer. Right, so, right, 181, let T equal int tile map bank 1082, let L actually doing let pointer equal 8192. We'll start there, and then 1110. We keep it in line with this. Needs to go to 50. Yeah, it's all right. It'll fall into 1500 anyway. So 1110. Let PTR equal PTR plus 1. 1120. We don't need to poke it because it's getting poked. 1130. 1140. 1120. Next. I. And we need to set up L for the level, but we'll do that at the beginning of the game, game setup. Game setup. Actually, what we should do is we haven't done a level setup routine, so we can change this to 3490 and then 3500. Level setup. Right, 3510. Actually, this will be quicker to do. That's the level setup, because that'll be doing that every time, and then have this as game setup. So 3510, let %L equal 0, which is our level. 3520, let died equal 0. 3530, let lives equal let them have 3 for now. You can let it be anything you want, and then let me just follow what you guys have been messaging in case I've missed anything out. Hey, John Claude. Palette is in hex. Yes. Well, it's not actually in hex, but I was just using hex numbers because they're easier. Because Let me show you. This is a question from Adrian Sinclair. Testlev.spr. Right, the palette here, you're saying is the palette in hex. It's not, it's just that it's easier to say that because they're laid out in 16 colors across and 16 colors deep, it's easier to say that it's easier, instead of saying 0, 16, 32, 48, 64, etc., 80, and so on. It's easy to say 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, AO, BO, CO, DO, EO, and FO. And FF. Same with 0, 1. So it's just easier to do that because then you're just counting the down and across, and that's why another reason why I introduced you to the hex numbers in the beginning, because they can be very useful for things, especially dealing with 8-bit numbers and 16-bit numbers. So yeah, that's why I was doing them as hex. They're not actually hex numbers, they are decimal based, I guess. It's just that I'm using hex to reference them because it's easier, especially with this grid. So Ped, thanks for letting him know. Any answer can be formatted in hexadecimal. So hopefully that cleared up for you a bit, Adrian. Yep, exactly what Ped said. Ped has turned into Matt. Right, draw what's happening. Pulling behind the crowd. Right, Tony, what bit are you up to? Tony Dang. Let me know what bit you're up to. I can explain it a bit more if you want. It's 240. Ped F0 is 240, and E is 224. It doesn't need to be %I. From Jake Birdsall. Yes, but the where are we? Is it the setup? Where's the setup? It's here, isn't it? Next, %I. Very right. This plus I is because we have this at the beginning of the percentage at the beginning of the expression. I can bring my cursor over to it. Got a percentage at the beginning of this expression, so the percentage makes sure all of these are ints, and that's why that should work. Also, I need to change, because we're poking at the pointer, which is 8192. What we need to do is when we get the tile map, we need to, instead of it being the start in the first sprite, we want to point it at our 8192, which is where we're poking the level to. That way, when we remove the collectibles, when we reinitialize the level, they'll all be restarted again. I guess you could remove them and keep them removed. and then just reload them at the beginning of the game again. But for now, we'll reset them at each level. Right. Actually, what we need to do is, because we're doing different numbers, and you guys will probably be doing different numbers depending on how many tile blocks you've used. What we're going to do is we're going to split this. We're going to make this like 5-0 and 4-0, 1, 1, 2, 0, 1, 1, 1. We're going to split this into sections. So we want to do let %r equal, and so what we're doing is we're getting we call it sense v for value. So we're getting the value of the bank at the address peak L plus level times 256 plus I. So that'll get current block out of the 192 blocks that we're copying into, we're poking into the right. So this will be %v. Right, so we get the value into v from bank T, which is tile map bank, and then peeking into that bank at address L times 256 plus I. L being the level and I being the index that we're going through. We're counting through 190, well, 0 to 191. And then we're going to poke the value into here, but we're not going to do that just yet. I'm going to make that 1, 1, 1, and I might move this down to give us some more room, because you guys are probably going to have other stuff in here. 5, 1, 1, 4, right. So basically, I've just renumbered these two lines. I'm going to put that there. 1, 1, 3, 0. Right. So now we've got line 10 to 60 to do things with. In fact, we'll call that U. Right. 1, 1, 1, 0. Let U equal 0. So we're setting it to the value that's going to get put into our current map is set to 0 initially. And then 1120, we do if %v equals actually equals, what was it, string F5? String F5. Then let %u equal F5 was the gold, wasn't it? So was it 4? Is it string 5? Yeah. Hang on, let me just, what did we call them? Block.spr. Right, so we want our exit. Our block is that, our exit that, and the pickup is, so F5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So So F5, then we want U to be 5. 1130 if V equals 1, and let %U equal 1. The O1 is the wall block. I'll show you. That's a test lab.spr. Right, so yeah, color 1, 0, 1 is the wall. Then we've got the F5 being the pickup, which is 5, and the exit, which is 3, I think it was, wasn't it? Is 1E, 1D. So 140 is 1D is 3, and what was the what was the other one? Matt, can you do just let %t equal time map bank? Okie dokie. Yeah, Jinago, pause here for a sec if you want to check the code. While you're doing that, I'll just check to make sure I've got the right sprite colors. Test SPR. Test lab.spr. Right, so we have 1D being 3 and F5 being 5. D and B. It's fine, Matt. I'm used to going in and out of SPR edit. I basically copied the main banks and copied them back when I finish. Thank you, Richard. Are you okay for now? Right, okay, let's carry on. Let's just not do that. You run and we do not have that needs to be in before we have that load test lab should be in 10. Maybe put it 1075. Nope. Here we go. Time for some live debugging then. Right. Come into 1000 setup. So set up timer. I can probably do. Right. T equal 15 here too. Right. Tiles bright. And then box bright and then test level. So they should be loaded. Then when I see set that. We've already set that up. And as that doesn't change, it'll be all right. Center L isn't set up. Right, so this is loading, and then should return after this load here. 1079 return. In the game setup, sets up the level, so we need to go up 3500. Setup, menu, 45, go sub 3500. And setup, level setup, it's 3000. And right, and then the level setup is or reset level. Should be a call in the thingy. We moved that 1505 up to here, so we'll get rid of 1505 as well. Sorry if I'm running around randomly. It's because I'm trying to get things back to some kind of logic behind it, as we're adding extra bits with the levels. And if I'm going too fast, let me know and slow down. Right, so go through it again, where we're up to. Right, so setup is the initial setup load, so we'll call that the load setup. Then the menu, then the game setup and level setup. Right, and then the game loop, and then game over. We're going to add more bits in here for when it's like when you've died and when it's just level complete and stuff like that, but we'll do that later. No worries, Sergio. Welcome. I don't know whether you want to. Well, you've missed quite a bit of changes to the code that you've probably had already. So you can feel free to watch along as we go, but you probably won't be able to code along now. You'll have to watch it over again once you finish because you've missed a bit. Right. So Sergio, basically what we're doing is we're restructuring, adding a bit more to the main loop structure. Yes, that's a very good point. Thanks, Matt. I shall put it into 64 column mode. Is that better? Yeah, retro rendering. Gary Lancaster has done an absolutely amazing job with the Spectrum Next Basic. Just to be able to make games in Basic is like a huge achievement. It was one of the things that, I mean, I know it forced me into doing machine code and thus started my career, but it was, I guess it was writing games in Basic that started it. And Basic was definitely not fast enough back in the day to make a game, so I had to make the jump whereas thanks to all the advancements with the going up to 28 megahertz and the fact that we've got hardware sprites and stuff and tile maps and things like that, it means you can do a hell of a lot in BASIC and make pretty good games in BASIC. So yes, I totally agree with you. It's great to see all these extra commands in BASIC. Right, so is that clear enough for everyone on the screen, by the way? So we've got the load set up, and then I'll need to call a level reset 1080. So actually that should not be there, that should be in the game setup. So 3540, let SC equal 0. Level setup, we need to do 3070 O sub. What was it? What number was it? 1080. When you run out of line numbers between commands, you're screwed. No, basically what you can do is like you can then go sub to a routine further down. Oh, sorry, yeah. Thank you again, Matt. I'm glad someone's keeping an eye on me. Basically, like C-Spect has two different keyboard modes: keys in game mode and keys in basic mode. Can you see that on the screen? Just waiting for the live feed to come through. Yeah. Right, so keys in game mode, which means if I press Shift and 1, it becomes like pressing it on the next itself. So it comes up with the options. And then if I press F10 again, it's in basic mode. So Shift 1 gives me exclamation mark, and Shift 2 is quote, and Shift 3, etc. And Shift semicolon is colon instead of symbol shift. Well, symbol shift Z still does it, but it's just an added feature that Mike Daly added to C-Spect, which is great because it allows you to do that in C-Spect, whereas you wouldn't normally be able to, because or the other way around. So when you're typing in basic, you can use keys you're familiar with. So yeah, F10 changes the key mode, and also the Control F1 toggles the interlace thing, or the yeah, I guess it's interlace mode, isn't it? Where it half brights the every other line, and it ends up looking terrible on the video. It's best to put it back to the solid, so it's easier for you to see once the compression has got onto the video. Right, so let's see. Let's follow the loop now. So 30 goes up 1,000, which does our setup, loads the sprites, the tiles, and the level sprites, which are the level images. Then goes up 2,000, does the quick CLS and press any key to start. I love the fact that some of you guys took it among yourself to add loading screens, which was great, or menu screens. So that's another great feature to add. I haven't got any loading screens at the moment, otherwise we could have added one. And rather than not spend a while making a loading screen for you guys and then do it, maybe I'll do it for next week. Right. Then we get to 3,500, which does the game setup. 3,000, yeah, 3,500, which does game setup. Sets the level, sets died to 0, sets live to 3. And another one we should do is 35500. Let live comp equals 0. So we've basically got a few things that will break us out of the game loop. We'll have whether you died and whether the level is complete. And 3560 let game over equal 0. Game over. Yeah, the control F1 is much better. Yeah, sure. I basically use let's see if we can get it up on the screen. Because I use HDFM GUI, I just use this launch CSpect, and that sets up with like default settings. So when I press launch, it comes up like this, so it doesn't give me the option to escape. Unless there's a ini file I've not set or whatever, then I don't know HDFM GUI that well enough to know how to launch it. Well, I suppose I launch custom. Nope, I can't. It's not letting me. So yeah, anyway. I can't use the escape to bring up the menus, so that's why I have to use the game mode and basic mode. All right. I'll just set up the launch custom button to use a batch file. Let's do it. You want to add that to the chat so we can. Where's the launch batch file sorted? Might all show this in the tutorial. You just click the next DOSBAT in CSpect. All right, in CFG. All right, so yeah, in the hdfg.cfg, it's a custom file, a custom line, so you can I can set the command up there to load up with the minus ESC. 1081 not. Oh. F10. $1081. What was 1081? Oh yeah, 1081 was the load. We've already got it up here. It's at 1075. Or was that further? No, that was further down, wasn't it? What was 1081? Oh yeah. Yeah, I've put it in 1030. I moved it to 1030, let t equal 15. I put 15 because I couldn't be bothered typing tarmac bank. It's the same thing. Okay. Basically, Jinaku, check your line 1030. Let t% equal 15 at the end of the let tarmac bank equal 15. Alright, okay. So we have game setup, then level setup, and get game loop. So let's see if we can run this, and let's see if we get our. Yay! And we're back. After all that. And we're not getting these deleted. We have a collision for them. So is everyone back to here? Or should I? Let's go back. No, right, okay. I'll go through the code now so that people can check what they've got is the same as mine. Right, so we've got 10 save game as we had at the beginning and run at 3, line 20. Line 30 is go sub 1000, rem load setup. Line 40 is go sub 2000. Right, are you all following along? Line 45 is go sub 3500, rem game setup. Line 50 is go sub 3000, rem setup level setup, sorry. Line 60 is go sub 4000. Yeah, the C-Spec does lock up the mouse, which can be a pain sometimes, but it helps because you can use the mouse on in C-Spec. You have to Alt-Tab to swap your windows, which is what I end up having to do. I end up having to Alt-Tab to look at the YouTube video. Right, line 80 is go to 40, and that's the end of our main structure. Then line 1000, rem setup. That should be from line 1010, 1020, and 1030 should be as it was, but 1030's got the added addition of let t% equal 15. Oh, you need to press Alt to unlock the thingy. All right. Nice feature that, Mike Daly. Nice feature giving it the alt. That's handy to know. Thanks, Matt. Line 1075 missing. Yeah, that was 1075 was further down. That's probably why you have a blank screen. 1075 was around 1080 or somewhere around there. It's after here. Or actually, it was after this, wasn't it? It was 1051, I think. So 1075 is load, and then your test level sprite file into bank tile map bank. Have you got that working now, Ratmal? Yep. 1070 is tile map, tile bank, and then temp bank. Oh, sorry, 1170. Let me see. 1170 is bank, tile map bank, poke, pointer, comma, percent U. U for umbrella. Yeah, that's a U for umbrella, that, Adrian. 1190 is not returned, it's next I, because we want to do all 256 bytes. 1075, you want to get rid of 1075, I think. Oh no, sorry, 1075. Yeah, all right, you got them working now. 1079 return, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a V and that's a U. V, 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 U, and V. And these are U's. All these are U's. All these ones are U's. And that's a U as well. E3 is not mapped to naught. Yeah, that was the one we want, but it's mapped to naught because we've got the U equal naught here. So anything else comes as 0. P1, I don't know, P1 DNN. Yeah, PED, the P1 DNN. We've got the let U equals 0 here, and then we check for F5, 0, 1, and 1D. So these are our colours in the sprite editor, and these are the tiles that we want them to be translated to. That way you can have whatever blocks you want in it, and then you can just increase this list here, add them in. Like you can have that as, say, 2, 1 and 2, 2, and then 1, 1, 3, 0, 1, 1, 4, 0. And that way you've got loads between 22 and 70 if you wanted to add a load of them. And these values here correspond to, actually what we should probably do is in the setup, if I 1076, we can do let wall equal 1 colon let gem equal 5, colon, let exit equal 3. I know some people have put ladders in, so we put let lad equal 2. And then that way, this can be gem. And that can be wall. And that can be exit. And then later on in thingy, wall is I have to do these as now. Let me just check this. Actually, I don't need to do that side, do I? Yeah, I can just do that. Can I do that then? No, because it has to be a thingy. Yeah, right. So, so exit and collectible. Wall exit collectible. So we go back up to here. Wall exit collectible, and then exit collectible and wall. Not I. Oh. Actually, you go up. Yep, very good point. Thank you, Matt. Yep. Right. Let's see if that still works. Collision on the walls. Now we need to find out why the collision is not working on the collectible. I don't need to change. I don't need to set that because we've already set percent %B to be the tarmac bank. And again here, we don't need that. We set it up at the beginning. Okay, I'll ignore that one. It's a thingy, it's a condition, it's a evaluation in it. So they actually are percentage ones, but you don't need them because it's done there. does that for the whole R equals W. Yeah, okay, we'll change it to all then. Maybe you can't do that. So you sure it's int wall? Can you do int wall? Or do you have to do it in squiggly brackets? Ah, right, yeah, thank you. Right. Int exit. It's one of the new features of well, it's been in for a while, but gem. Call that back. Put that back as gem now, can't we? Right. Where are we? Wall. Gem. Exit. And ladder. I'll leave that ladder in there for now. Maybe we'll look at doing ladders next week. Right. And then in fact, we need to make that left comp equal 1. We want to set it to level comp, as in level completion is 1. Not that we act on it at all yet, but it's just ready for later. And it's not working. That's why. Int. How do we get this one? I just do that, can I? Yep. Okay, cool. Well, and D is exit. There you go. So has everyone followed so far? And I've been going through quickly, and we lost the background. Right, okay. Well, from 1100 onwards, yes, I can. Adrian, give me a sec. 1100 onwards. So, if you go from 1080 onwards, have you got them? So rem reset level, and 1082 let pointer equal 8192, which is what which is halfway through the 16k bank. As we're only using the first 4 for levels, it doesn't go up to only goes 1k in, not 8k. Fry equals 0 to 191. Well, for percent I equals 0 to 191. 1100 let percent V equal percent bank space T space peak space open curly bracket L times 256 plus I close bracket. 1110 let %u equals 0. How far do you need to go up to, Adrian? 1120 if %v equals f5, then let %u equal gem. 1121 if %v equals 1, well, string 01, then let %u equal wall. And then 1122 if %v equals string 1d, then let %u equal exit. Okay, what we'll do is we'll carry on through the rest of it just to make sure everyone's got the same. 1170 bank tile map bank poke ptr comma %u. Yeah, just getting black screen player sprite. So it's probably these ones that you maybe missed out. Are they right? The 1120, 1121, 1122. Yep. Okay. Cool. 1170 bank tile map pointer comma %u. 1180 let pointer equal pointer plus 1. Yeah. Did you initialize these wall gem and exit here in 1176? 1076. Sorry. Yay, P1DNN. I'll just call you P for now. Right. So 1080 reset level. That might be where you're missing. On 3010, I added the go sub 1080 here. Do you have that in yours, Adrian? That would be why you have a black screen, probably. Why you have a blank screen. Hank. Alright, it's you, Hank. Right to know. I should call you Hank. You do now. And is your screen running and working? You call sign, yeah. Still black screen, right, okay. So, where were we up to? 1190 next die. 1500. This could be the one. That should be 8192. So 1500 dim, tile map bank 8192. Sorry, comma 8192, comma 16, comma 16. That was 0 before we started. Is that 8192 on yours? Yeah, get rid of 1505 as well. As that will clear out the screen. Nice find, Ratmal. Hopefully it works. Yay! Fucking working. Cool. Right, everyone's still working, other than not having collision working now. It must be something to do with this. sub 7,000. No, it's not. It is 8192 plus, and here 7120 is 892 plus. Background collision and background removal. So on line 7020, I added the 8192 plus to the peak brackets y times 16 plus x, because we want to use our offset, not from byte 0. And again with line 7120, bank %b poke percent brackets 8192 plus, which is what we just added, the 8192 plus, and then the y times 16 plus x, comma 0. No! Right, hang on. Variable not found in 6090. 6090 if %r. Right. Okay. In line 6, Chinagu is the line 6070. Have you got go sub 7,000 here? Yes, right, okay. So line 7,000, let %r equal %bank b peak 8192 plus y times 16 plus a. Just in case. Still getting nothing. Right, background collection. 7025. Print at 2,2 semicolon %r. Why are we getting that? Yeah, if you print wall, you should get 1. Yeah, I wasn't getting diamonds before. Yeah, the gem is definitely 5. If we look at your edit, and then blocks, .spr. Block .spr, edit block .spr. Yeah, so we've got check your 3 is exit, 5 is the gem, and 1 is the wall. 2 is ladder. Yeah, that's one of the downsides of having not set up thingy. But the good thing of doing the save at the beginning, when you run it, it's always saved. I'm not used to using these new % things. And yes, 64 column mode. There you go. And again. Can't see a value for R anyway. 7020. Let %R equal %bank B peak 8192 plus Y times 16 plus X. You see the bug? Where is it? Ah, yes. No, maybe not. As you heard, we put the thing in there. Now the percentage is here for the peak. That does the whole expression here. Yep. Yeah, the percentage at the beginning covers the whole expression. Like that %R and then the % for this side of the expression. Because there's no expression here, the ty is the normal ty, not %ty. Right. Let's just see that this is working. That needs to be sent and set my. Right, 110, which is right. That should be 210. That's 310. Right, and our map is definitely set to 8192. So 26 print at 3,2 bank B. Bloody key got stuck. Print at 3,2 bank B peak 8192 plus I wonder if I need to put % on the Y and the X because they're part of an. Maybe, I don't know. I'll check in a sec. Plus B, no, A 3. Right, so it's How'd you bring up, Matt, how'd you bring up the, Richard solved it. Where is it? Ah, yeah, okay. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, you can, line 7010 doesn't need the extra let b because the let b, let %b gets set back up in setup, so it only needs to get set once. So rather than it getting set multiple times, we just set it once here. No, we don't. That should be B, not T. That's what it is. That's the issue, I reckon. So if I should run this, maybe not. Where's %T then? %B. Try that. Right. It's not the one I found. Is it because it's put let %B equal into bracket tail map bank and right there as well. Tail map bank. There we go. Yeah. Somehow the %B was getting lost. And it should be, yeah. There we go. We've got our collision back to working again. So the int should be able to tile map bank there. Although you don't need the int, I know. Because this is bugging me. That's why this didn't work before. Because Does anything else set %b up? There's no clear, so it's not clear in the registers. I don't know why that's not. It's bizarre. Maybe one for Gary to look at, actually. Actually, if I run this and that is saved, I will just make a backup of it now. Hold on a sec. Actually, what I can do is save bug.bas. Right, and let %b equal tile map bank. Let %b equal tile map bank. Does it need the int? No, that was close. Nearly lost the lines. B equal int tile map bank. Tile map bank. Definitely set to 15. Why is that not working now? That was working like 5 seconds ago. Let me just, in case it's been poking to a bank, I'm going to restart CSpect. Yeah, but that %b shouldn't make any difference up there because we get set down here. Yeah, let me just change the screen res because right. Just for now, because I know it should be 15. I know why. It's a bit of setting up the map. No, that's not. That's 15. Which is 8192. Yeah, very good point. T. Yeah. There we go. That's the problem. No, it's not. Maybe there's another one somewhere. I should put on back to line 1030. I need to set up 7B. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Hopefully this should now. Hopefully, yes. And we're back and we have collision again. Yay! Thanks. Yep. And we have collecting things. Right, so everyone should be back up to where we are. Yeah, I can move all the ints now. Yes, using the print at is good to find things. Yeah, as Matt said, using a percentage, you have to be very careful because it can be like if you were in a program, like say like 10 let percent r equal x, and you were thinking, oh, we've got percentage here, so it's okay. That is not %x. That will be read as the x variable, not the %x variable. So always be careful when you're using the percentage. Yep. Right. So now that we've got thingy working again, we've got this line 6100. R equals our exit block, then level comp equals 1. And so in the game loop 4040 if lev comp equals 1, then return. Is it? Let me just check. Right, so what we need to do is, after the game loop, so 61, if lev comp equals 1, then actually we'll do go sub 900 colon go to 50, which sets up the next level. Right, so 900 we will have rem level complete. Just make sure we didn't put one in further down somewhere. Did a game over there, didn't we? Yeah. Game over. No, we didn't do a level complete. So we won't bother with adding another screen to it, but we'll just do a simple level complete and 910 let percent %L for level equal %L plus 1. Did we have it as %L? Game setup, yeah, level. Right. And 20 if %L equals however many levels you've got. We've got 4. Well, I've got 4. Then actually we'll just retain, and instead of this we'll do 69 if game over equals 0, then go to 50. And basically that'll just start the level again. So we can do that for if you've died as well. And we'll just go back to resetting the level. So if L equals 4, then return 9. Then let game over equal 2. The reason game over is 2 is because you've won. So I will do some more code at the game over bit to say you've won. 930. Return. Right. Then what we need to do is 5,000. Because it's the game over, we won't loop round. You can make it loop round if you want by back to here. You just do let %L equals 0 if you want to loop round. Yeah, we'll do that. Because you don't have game over, do you? Equals 0. So it'll just keep looping around the levels. You can do things like make the baddies faster or whatever you want. Or make the gems be less when you score. When you pick them up, or there's loads of different things you can do. But for now, we'll just make it loop around the level, and that's it, round to level 0. So, and what we'll do is in the player section, 6065 if in we will have a D. So that would be F, D, F, E, and 4. So that's the D key. So DF, as you can see, then let died equal 1. Right. As you can see up here from our move down, which is on the A key, the port for A to G, the key is A to G, is this FDFE. So we've got the FDFE, and it's the D button is the third button in. So bit 0 is A, bit 1 is S, and bit 2, which is the third key, is 4, which is what we want. So because we haven't got time to put baddies in, I'll just press D and you can die. Right. And then what we need is in our game 4050 if died equals 1, then return, and actually 4980 we can just go to 4000 now, because we don't need the well, actually make that 4990, because we don't need the not equal 63, because that was just a change in the, that's what we had on the exits, but it changed the animation frame that you for your character to be 63. Now we use lev comp. Right, so if it died returns, so in the where is it? We can do 62 if died equals 1, then go sub 800. 800 died 810, let lives equal lives minus 1. 820 if lives equals 0, then let game over equal 1. 830 return. Right, and so that will, if you die, it'll take a life off you, and then because it's not game over, because you haven't got 0 lives when you start at 3, it will then go back to 50, which sets up the level again. So hopefully, fingers crossed, start. I'll get rid of the debug printing in a minute. Printing things on the screen is something we did, well, something I did definitely back in the day for debugging. We didn't have fancy debugging facilities that we've got now, especially with C-spec in machine code. If you press F1 and you've got all your registers and everything. So yeah, we had to just draw things on the screen, or we'd change the border color to a value. So like if you wanted to know if your code had got to a certain point, you could set the border to like green or something, or red or blue or whatever, just to say that your program had actually hit that point in the code, and then you'd use that bit of program had been run. Right, so if I die now, 69. Game over. What did we set it as? We set up a game over. Set up, game setup. Tried. Game over. Helps if I type properly. Yes, thank you. Right. So if I die, you know what it is? What we need to do is reset the flags. So once you've died, it's change that to 840 and 830. Let died equal 0, so it knows that we're not dead anymore. Actually, we can put that in the level setup, can't we? Turn 840 and the level setup. Reset level. Actually, change that to 1200. Well, 10. We can have let die equal 0. And let's let comp equal 0. Died. Game over. Hey. Right, so, and then we need to check the exit. Just get some gems so that we have a score to carry through to the next level. Right, so this is the layout for level 0. This is the layout for level 1. Hey! What that for time into? It's level 3. Those is buggered, Adrian. Right, okay. Let's go through finding out what's wrong with you. What's wrong with yours? In which way is it buggered? Yeah. Okay. It's probably the bits we set up. Right. And then level 4. Let me just see if mine's fully working. And then we'll sort yours out. You've got time to go through and check them out if you want, guys. Or if you want to wait, Janaga, it's up to you. But we can check it out if you want. Go through the bits of. Why has he got a pixel wise? Oh, it's his hand. That's why. Yeah, it's his hand. Well, as he's running, just as it's running, it's just like he's got a flashing dick. My awesome graphics. But yeah, that's looping around perfectly. Right. So, have you guys got this in your after 1190, the 1200 is dim tile map. I changed that to 1200, and then after it got let died equals 0, let level comp lev comp equals 0, and then 1510 return. I should make that 1990. Right. So you're still not getting tiles from the tile map. So line 1030, let %b equal tile map bank. And then 1075, load test lev.sprite, and then bank tile map bank. You have 1076 and the thingy. But the bank stuff, the B, like here, just make sure you've got at line 1030 let %b equal tile map bank. Maths running like a girl is risky. Yeah. It shouldn't be sexist. Girls run just as good as boys. %t, yeah. Right, okay. It should have been %b, sorry. You must have missed a bit where I was rushing around trying to fix it. Speed up line 430 if I what is it? 4030. Yeah. True, very true. We will do that because it's nice to speed things up. If on line 4030, if %r equals 5, then right. Also, I'm going to remove these two lines, which is our debug stuff, 7025 and 7026. Now, right, change but still nothing. Yeah, it is better to have the score and print it. We could just do just get rid of line 4030. And then on line 6110, after the let sc equal sc plus 100, print at 0,0 semicolon sc colon. Plus, what we will need to do is on the level setup, just after it does the tile, we want to 3015 print 0,0 semicolon sc, just so that we have the score there. Right, now, see, we're running quite a bit faster than we were before. And it's gone blank. 6110 again. If %r equals int gem, then let sc equal sc plus 100 colon print at 0,0 semicolon sc. I know why. Remove that print at from there, and it needs to go here, because this there, because it was tiling that 0,0 was clearing, well, wiping the screen with the by drawing the map over it and getting rid of the print at. Oh, you got it. Is yours working again now? Jinagu? Jonagu? Hey, there we go. Exit doesn't work for you. Right, okay, gamer. I'm glad you've got yours working, Jinagu. Right, so the exit is that one. Right. So the exit is 6100. If %r equals int exit, then let levcomp equal 1. It works, but still no tiles. Right, okay. That would be the have you got this 1200 tile dim tile map bank, 8192, 16, 16. That should not be at 1500, that should be at 1200. Although 1500 should still work. So it's definitely 8192 and not 0. Right. Yeah, so you got that 1500, right? Okay. Game Arise. Let's see if we can sort yours out. Right, you're on 1600. 6100. So yeah, you got your level comp equals 1. Right, so if we go to the 4040, if you get rid of line 4030, because we got rid of it, and then 4040, if lev comp equals 1, then return. Have you got that in? And then if died equals 1, then return, and then 4990, go to 4000. Okay, and then what you'll also need is make sure you've got the lev comp and game over is in game setup at line 3550 and 3560, and then line 3990 is return. Yeah, and then what you need is 1210 let died equals 0 and let lev comp equals 1. Right, okay. Richard Faulkner, it should. Which line doesn't offset it by 8192? Because the background collision is 8192 plus. Make sure you've got that, and the bit where it wipes the thing, background removal. Make sure it has the 8192 plus in there as well. Do you now go 1020? 1210. Yep. 1210. Let died equals 0, colon, let lev comp equals 0. And then 1990 return. And then what you'll need is further up. Where is it? Yeah. Line 61. Right, okay. I see what you mean. Very good point. No, the level times 256 plus I is because the levels get loaded in at 0. So which your levels are loaded in here, the level sprites are loaded in. And then the 8192 is a temporary buffer that we use for the current level. What we do in this loop here, we poke them into pointer, which the pointer is the 8192. Increase the pointer. Right, so Jinago 1210. 1210, let died equals 0, colon, let lev comp equals 0, and then 1990 return. Right, Richard, are your exit block number set up right? We've got the exit set to block 3, and if you go to SPR edit and then block.spr, block 0, 1, 2, 3 is our exit. So as long as your exit is set to whatever your exit is, if it's not that, then it's something to do with line 61. If lev comp equals 1, then go sub 900. And make sure you've got these lines as well. If 62, if died equals 1, then go sub 800. And 69, if game over equals 0, then go to 50. Then 800 rem died. 810 let lives equal lives minus 1. 820 if lives equals 0, then let game over equal 1. And then 830 return. And 900 rem level complete. 910 let percentile equal percentile plus 1. 920 if percentile equals 4, which is the number of levels you've done for your sprites. With your sprites, your test lev.spr, then let percentile equals 0, and then that will loop around. Don't need that return on the end because the next line is return. Okay, if you don't get it working later, Jinago, message me on Facebook and I'll go through it with you. Yeah, it's a bit quick when I'm scrolling through. Your exit block is working, no need to wait for it. Richard, So what's wrong with yours at the moment, Richard? Okay, nice one, Janago. Ways it's vanished, but collisions are working. It's invisible. Something to do with 1030. Right, okay. Adrian Sinclair, hold on. Let's get you going. %B equal tile map bank. Have you got that line in there? Which the levels don't advance. Have you got the level complete in? Line 900. Did you make sure you had them ones in before? And where was it? Make sure you've got in game setup, you've got level comp equals 0, line 3550 and 3560, like game over equals 0. And then line 4040, if lev comp equals 1, then return, or if died equal 1, then return line 450, 4050. Yes, very true. Basically, if you have trouble with something, like for instance, the tiles not showing up, go through the program as the program would. So save, you can ignore, it's just a save. The run at 3 just speeds it up. 30 goes sub 1000. Load setup. So then if you go down to 1000 and go through the setup instructions, so you go setup, layer 2, sprite clear and clear the screen, and set temp bank to 14, which is where we load the sprites in, and then tile map bank is 15, and %B is the integer version of it. And then load tiles.spr to bank temp bank, and then sprite bank temp bank. So that then it loads the sprite file tiles.spr into bank 14, which is temp bank, and then the sprite bank copies them into the sprites, and then the rem gets ignored because it's a rem. So then you do go sub 2000, and you basically go through the program in order of, and then you'll find roughly where it goes wrong, or you've done a typo, or there's a bank missing, or there'll be something simple that you'll be able to spot. What I'll do now is I'll show this page. So that's the code for that bit, and then you can pause the video at any point when you're watching it over. Actually, so that goes down to line 1000. So put line 1000 at the top of the screen. I'll pause that for a bit, and then let you be able to pause this and double check with your program after the video. Let's just see what line that went up to. 1180. So put line 1180 at the top, and then go on this screen for a little bit, and then that way you can pause it again to check your lines of code with this section, and 3500. I'll pause again here for a bit. Game over doesn't work. Yeah, it works for me. I will show you the game over code in a sec. Just let me go through with the line 6000. Pause it again here for a second. And then 7110. Oh, there you go. It's at the end of the code. Right. So at any point you should be able to go back into the code and see and double check my lines with your lines. So levels don't advance. Right. So you've got your level comp 0 there in setup. Line 440 if level comp. Basically, look for things that use level comp. Line 4040 if level comp equals 1, then return. I'll pick it up to the top. We've got line 61. Have you got that? If level comp equals 1, then goes up 900. And then don't forget line 69. If game over equals 0, then go to 50, because that will, if level comp was set, then it'll, and game over isn't set, then it'll go back to line 50, which is the level set up for the next level. And the line 900, which is our level complete section, it basically just increases the %L, which is our level number, by 1. And if it's 4, then let L equal 0, and then just return. Yeah, yours will differ to mine. Maybe I've used some integer variables that, like %L or whatever that you use, or %B. The %L is the level number. So if you use %L anywhere, then that's, you've changed it, or it'll get changed. Yeah. Well, Rich, let me know after you go through and try and find it. If you don't find it, send over your program and I'll have a look at it and fix it, see what it is. Again, same with you, Janago. If you don't get it sorted, let me know. And if worst comes to worst, I can send you this, or you can I'll freeze the video I'll pause the video at the certain stages that I did before showing the code. Yeah, basic to text is a great feature. Yeah, I quite often, now that I've done this, I will. And for anyone else who wants to know, bash to text, and then actually, what did we call it? Test game, isn't it? Yeah. Dot bash to text, and then test game dot bash and test game dot text. And what that does, what that does is it converts your if we go back out and then go to the browser. This may, I don't know whether this will destroy my basic program, but it saves it as a text file that you can load in. On your PC, and then you can text it, check it later. Right, so if we go back to HDF GUI and the text file there, let me just refresh the folder just to make sure. Testgame.txt, and copy that back, and then if I load that in, this is the program. That was the output, and it has the test program, program test game, and it gives you all the code in text. So you can then go in, change it. Like say we wanted to add line 90, print hello, and save that. And then what we do is we can then find it in here, copy that back to CSpec, right? And then if I go back to basic, if I then do dot hang on, F10 is it? Yeah. Basic mode dot text to bass, and then test game dot text to test game dot bass. And then if I do load test game dot bass, and there we have line 90 print hello. Yeah. Well, Pollington, no worries. Glad you're enjoying it. If we can, if these tutorials are helping people, then that's great. And I like the fact that I've not prepped things so that so we're doing it live and as we go, and because when I find issues, it helps guys watching the video also work out how you figure out why things aren't working when they do go wrong. Gamer eyes, you are a game developer now. You're close to making your first game. Glad you're enjoying it, Gaz. Yeah. Good. I'm glad people are enjoying it, because when Enrique first offered this up on the stretch goal for the first Kickstarter, I was like, shit, what the hell am I going to do? And then as the time went on, it sort of became apparent that it was all I need to do is just do something and show progress and how you do it, and how you get over issues that come across. Because let's face it, when you're doing things, when you're making new games or whatever, you'll get to a point where you need to test something or find out why it's not working, and that's half of the struggle with programming. Like when you grab something off the internet and just copy it. Like if I'd have one of the reasons I got people to code along with Baggers is because if I'd have posted the text files or the source files online, you just copied it and said, oh yeah, I've got a game running now. But what you're actually doing is, because you're joining in and doing the game yourself and doing your own graphics and your own level layouts, and then the game becomes your game, and it's you are actually coding along with Baggers. You're doing it. You doesn't have to be exactly the same as what I'm doing, but as long as it follows the same kind of things, and what I'm doing is teaching you the likes of how you read the keyboard and how you use hex and how you draw sprites on the screen and how you do collisions, and basically it's all like little routines and things that help you build your own games. So I hope it's coming out across okay. But this is, I mean, loads of people have said, no, do it this way or do it that way. And it's like, well, I want to do it my way because this is the way I think that it should be done. Or this is the way I'm happy with doing it, should I say. Yes, problem solving. I was watching, I've forgotten his name now. The Irish guy. Oh, what's his name? Anyway, he did the tutorials in Basic, and he was making mistakes, and I thought that is what is needed, because when you just do it perfectly each time, like say, if you just copy the source files, then you're not actually learning. Whereas if you make a mistake and then you fix it, you're showing how to debug and how to fix errors and issues that you could possibly come up against when you're writing programs. I found a short vid by Sound showing the Zeus assembler debugger running calls other things and how the monsters move around in memory. Yeah, all things like that is pretty cool. And hopefully next weekend I won't be doing it next weekend because it's supposed to be every 2 weeks because I need to do something with the family the weekends now and again. So I'll do something with the family next weekend, and then the weekend after, so we'll come back the weekend after for to continue with this. And what we'll do the weekend after next is we'll look at getting some baddies in, get them moving around left and right, up and down and stuff. Maybe even have them roaming around the maps. Yep, exactly. Let's see what people do in their own time, with what they've learned. And you can add as many levels as you want, or collectibles, or even add gravity if you wanted. If you're feeling that capable. If you're not, then don't worry about it. I was planning on doing the load runner style game after this game, possibly before we go to basic. Depends on how long it takes Matt. Not pushing Matt, but depends how long it takes for you to get the include an ink bin in. So that will come handy because we'll need it for and loading files. Yeah, any need ink bin really. And include. Yeah. Okay, just ink bin will do. Ink bin will do. It's no rush. Yeah, finding the error is definitely the tough bit, Retro Robbins. Because what happens is if you're new to programming, you don't know anything about programming, and you grab a program, you basically can't touch it. It's like a black box system, and you don't want to test it, tweak anything in case you break it because you don't know what you're doing. Whereas if you learn to understand what little bits are doing, then if you feel confident enough with knowing what the little bits are doing, you can change things, and that is how you eventually get around to understanding and learning how to code, which is one of the reasons why I wanted it to be a code along with baggers, because for you to learn, you need to do things yourself and not just have me do it, which is why I really enjoy having all you guys here with me while we do it live and work out issues along the way. Either if it's something you've missed out typing, or whether I've made a mistake or what. Cool. Can't wait to see the full screen stuff, Matt, and the ink bin. But yeah, no rush on the include. I mean, we can. It's not going to need that big a file to be able to put it all in one for the moment for the size of the stuff we're going to do. It just be the reason I'm asking for the includes is it'd be nice to separate them off and on like little parts like reading the input or printing to the screen or drawing, handling sprites and stuff like that. It just means it's easier to keep things separate. Yep, no worries. Like I say, we've still got quite a bit of time to do this anyway, because we need to get the baddies on for this one, which will be in 2 weeks. And then what I'll do is, if it's still not done by then, which no, I'm not saying get it done by then. What I was planning on doing anyway was doing the need to add a file context stack. So yeah, what I'll do is after we've got this game done, I'll do the load runner style game. So we'll have something with gravity and jumping, and in the next one we'll do that after this. But because the way we've got this at the moment is we've got it loading maps off the drive, well, the SD card, and from a file, from a sprite file. And what we can do is, because it'll still be like 16 by 12 blocks for the level, we can then just add the ladders in and then add gravity, and then that will make the game a completely different game, but you'll still see that a lot of the stuff is still reusable in what we've got with this. It's just a case of changing the way the handle player works, because it'll be adding gravity, and then and allowing you to go on the allowing you to go up and down when you're on the ladder blocks. So has anyone got any questions on today's episode? Okay, review the video, Janagu, and then ask later. Get me on Facebook and I'll gladly help you sort it. Go through the code where you're up to, and let me know if you find out what it is, and well, actually post it in the video when this is finished and gone to the YouTube channel. No problem, Janago. Anytime. You found the problem, Adrian. What is the problem? Adrian, what's the problem with the your gem detection? Gamer Eyes, always glad to be patient. There's no point in rushing. If you guys have been patient enough to code along with me, so the least I can do is help you get through the bits that you're having issues with. So it's part and parcel of how we get people to learn. is being patient and finding issues. In fact, it's probably good that people have had issues, because then if anyone else follows along at a later point, they can also pick up on different things that they might find issues with. Stuart Guest, good. Glad everything's working. And you're welcome. Graham Payment. I know. But, you know, that's what I'm here for, to help. I've sort of got to, because Enrique sort of said I would do the tutorials as a stretch goal. Not that I'm not saying that I don't want to. I'm really enjoying doing it. So yeah, I'm happy to help teach. Yeah, probably. I will try and type a little bit slower next time, Ratmel. I do type a lot slower than I can type, but I will try and slow down a little bit more. Getting gems to display, but they don't vanish when I go over them or detect. All right, so is your, let's see what we've got. Have you got your gem set up to the right tile in 1076? Stephen Malley, that might be a good idea actually. At the next Play Expo or Retro Revival, whichever's the first, or both even. Do you guys want to do a code along with Baggers live? And we set, instead of having the machines basically set up playing games, we can do a code along. But it suddenly signed up for Jim Bagley teaches typing. Right now it's time for beer. Richard, you found it. What was it? I'd go to 900 rather than go subnet. That would be it. Well done. Glad it's sorted. Yeah, that displays them. Right. Yes, okay. Code along sounds cool. Right, I shall make it happen. Assuming everyone that brings their next don't mind. We do a code along, big code along session at Play Expo and Retro Revival. But yeah, I'll see if I can make that happen. I think that would be pretty cool. Whether we can, maybe we'll make a different type of game there or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have a think about what we can do at the show. Because don't forget, some people aren't there for 2 days. Some people are only there for 1 day, so it might be a bit awkward. Plus, we don't want to use all of the next up. Would people be interested in bringing their laptops, or is that too much? I'd say bring your next, but the problem with bringing your nexts is we'd need monitors as well to set up. So would people be okay with bringing the laptops? Matt, for the for Play Expo, we usually get the monitors provided by the events and Play Expo and Retro Revival. They usually provide the monitors for us, so we just have to bring the next thrust clone. Not yet. We haven't got a thrust clone yet. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to bring your Pi 4, well, the thing with Pi 400s is, Matt, is they will need a monitor. When and where is the Play Expo next year? We don't know. We don't know when it's on because lockdown and until COVID's gone, no one's doing events at Play Expo or Retro Revival. So I'll let you know basically as things unfold, because we've still got plenty of tutorials to go through yet, and they'll run into next year anyway. So that won't be an issue. So I'll keep you informed on the videos or on Facebook as to when the next Play Expo is. Throat's drying up now while I'm talking. I mean, I could probably get a load of the problem with the Pi 400s is they need HDMI, and Retro not Retro Revival, Play Expo usually have more VGA available than HDMI. But I'll see what I can do. I'll have a word with Andy Brown and see if we can get some more monitors available with HDMI. So I think that'll be cool. Cheers, Matt. And everyone else, enjoy your weekend. Yes. Yeah, we could probably, or what we could probably do in the code along is we could basically write these games again, but using the procs. That would probably be a good idea, because then that would be quicker to do, because we won't have to do as much reinventing of the wheel. Yeah, the weekend after, every 2 weeks. Yeah, Paul, the reason I did one last weekend was because I was showing people how to use the sprite editor. So you could, was it? I can't remember. No, we started the game, didn't we? Yeah. It was 2 weeks, but because we'd only got part of it done last week, on week 4, I wanted to do a bit more of it this week. So we've got levels in now and everything. So yeah, it'll give Matt time to include an ink bin. Well, Matt, you've got 4 weeks, because I won't be doing any machine code next week, because we'll still be doing the basic side, getting the game finished. So you've got at least 4 weeks. So no rush there. The procs aren't ROM routines; they're just procedures. It's like the Go sub, but it's a word that defines them. In you'll see anyway when we get to do them. Or if you want to look in the manual at the proc and def proc, then you can find. I can't even find out what page they're on. But yeah, if you've got a manual, then have a look at the manual for that thingy. As for homework, yeah, I suppose what you could do is you could start designing. Oh no, we did the baddies, didn't we, on the week before last? When where we did the sprites. So yeah, you don't need any homework. Basically, have a nice weekend next weekend, and then we can resume the weekend after. Yeah, I guess it is more Pascal-like. Yeah, no worries, Retro Robbins. See you soon. So yeah, there's no homework, but you've still got plenty of stuff to play with. Have a play with your level layouts and add in more levels if you want. In fact, yeah, add more levels, because then that way you know how to increase the amount of levels. Or do you think you would be able to... Page 55, thank you. There we go, 55. Yep. Page 55. I don't know if you can see. Let me make me full screen for a sec. There you go. Page 55. Read up on that. And then it goes to you read up on that chapter. It goes to page 60. There's page 60, the end of it. It's only a couple of pages, page 55 to 60. And then you'll know how to use them. And if some of you want to be experimental, hang on, let me just shrink myself back down again. If someone wants to be experimental, they can convert this to procedures if they want to be adventurous for the next 2 weeks. Don't forget to make a backup. No, maybe call this, or maybe do save backup game.bas. And then you've got a backup before you start modifying it. So otherwise, you'll end up like losing it. You have to go through this video again and retype everything in. But yeah, whenever you're doing changes to programming, if you once you've got it working, make sure you make a backup. It's a good piece of advice. Right. Where are we? Let's see you back. So yeah, basically chapter 5. And yeah, we had one BBC in school. I think I started doing 6502 before I did much programming BBC Basic. And ended up writing an interrupt-driven music driver for the Beeb when I was at school. Very nice, Richard. I never actually got to see got to play on a Sam Coupe, so I never found out what it was like speed-wise. But now we have a Spectrum Next, so I guess there's no point in me needing a Sam Coupe, as we are so much faster and does so much more than the Coupe. and it looks bloody nice as well. Yeah, very funny, Matt. But yeah, starting with basic is a lot easier than starting with Fortran. And being story. Very good. End of line from 5, go to 50, go to 60. What, on the game over bit? Paul Pollington. Retro Tech Nerd. Programming computer cards in high school. No, we didn't have any of them. The oldest computer we had was the Sharp MZ80Ks and the 380Z research machines. Yeah, we had one Sharp MZ80K and no, sorry, 6 Sharp MZ80Ks and one 380Z. No one ever used the 380Z though. It's just lying there in the corner, well, on the teacher's desk. Right. Anyway, any more questions, or shall we finish since it's 5 o'clock? Let people go and have their teas and things. And hey, you were lucky. Light bulbs and switches without electricity. You told people today, and they won't believe you. No worries, Gamer Rise. Thanks, Rich. See you in a fortnight. See you all in a fortnight. And I will enjoy family time next weekend. We should dream of having light bulbs. No worries, Matt. Thanks for helping, as always. And no rush with the include an ink pen. I'd say there'll be at least 2 weeks in the next demo in 2 weeks, or next update in 2 weeks. We'll be doing baddies, so that'll be sort of this game finished, and then wait another 2 weeks, and then we'll swap it over to do add gravity and stuff like a load runner game. And then so that'll be in 4 weeks. So in 6 weeks, so you basically got 6 weeks. No worries, Mike. It's been emotional. Mike, bugger off. Beat you to it. No worries, Matt. Masks on. Yeah, get your masks on. My mask's upstairs, actually. Stay safe. We'll see you soon. Yeah, I do need some time to play with it, you're right. So make sure things work out fine. Won't take too long once we get it. Yep. And 0. Sergio, no worries. Glad to stream. Take care. See you soon. See you, Ped. Have a good one. Catch you in a couple of weeks. And guys, the ones that followed along and had issues, if you've still got issues, don't forget, once the video's live, I'll post a link on the Facebook group, and it'll be on my my YouTube channel anyway. So basically, follow on with that. See, go through the bits where we paused, where I had to pause and showed the screen of text of the program, and then scroll down, and then showed the whole of the program. Basically, if you go to there and check your code with that, you should find out what the issue is. If you do not find the issue, don't hesitate. Just send me a message on Facebook or in the YouTube video. Let me know, and I'll help you get it sorted and get up to speed. So you've got it working for the next ready for in 2 weeks when we do the next session. See you, Stuart. Right, bye all. Take care. See you in 2 weeks. Find out where my cursor is. As thingy, yeah, C-Spector's nicked it. Right, see you all.